This is awesome, you know. The power of transmutation. What does that word say to you when you hear that word? I mean, we've heard it thrown around a lot in the spiritual community. Transmutation. Transmute this, transmute that. You know, changing things, turning lead into gold, right? Turning fear into faith, you know, turning hate into love. What do you think when you think of the word transmutation? So we're going to get into it today real quick. Just a nice little message for you to take into your day. And I really just appreciate you for being here. Yeah, burn fear into art, said Kwarza. Katrina says, I've really been down lately. Each time you go live, it makes me so much happier. Oh my goodness, I'm so grateful to hear that, you know, Katrina. And you're allowing that to happen. You're allowing yourself to transmute that energy, you know. Perhaps I'm a catalyst for you in your own laboratory, but you are the alchemist, my friend, and you have the power to do just that. So I appreciate you for embracing your alchemical powers of being able to transmute. And even if you feel down, it's okay to acknowledge those feelings, feel those feelings, but it's so cool that you can turn that around, you know, that you never have to stay down. So awesome. We have a message that came in from the Curious community talking about the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, that persons have within the power to change the conditions of their lives. Do you believe that you have the power to change the conditions of your lives? Do you believe that you have that power, my friend, that you can actually have an effect on your life? Or do you think that everything is just, you know, everything is the way it is, that you have no control over anything? Or do you actually feel like you have a place in all this, that higher vibrations consume and transform lower ones? You know, kind of like fire. It doesn't consume, it transmutes that energy into another form and transform the lower ones. You know, when people go low, we go high. You know, someone cuts you off on the road, you go high. You transmute that energy. Instead of feeling that hate or that anger, you know, that frustration, you can transmute it. You can let it go. You can say to yourself, you know what, maybe they've been having a bad day. I'm going to use that energy that they tried to give me or just inadvertently gave me, and I'm going to use it to transmute it. Each of us can change the energies in our lives by understanding the universal law and applying the principles in such a way as to affect change. You know, it's interesting that our thoughts play a big role in the way that we look at things. They say it's not what we look at that matters, it's what we see. You know, kind of like Shakespeare, that nothing in life is either good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. That we actually have this wonderful power of transmutation to place meaning on whatever comes to us and whatever comes through us. So this is an awesome power, you know, an awesome law when it comes to thinking of the power to transmute, turning lead into gold, as it were. The greatest weapon, it is said by William James, the greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. You know, it's very interesting. I've heard this concept of spiritual bypassing, of, I guess, trying to deny reality or trying to look over things that happen to us in life. And the way I see it is not that I'm trying to bypass or deny. You can acknowledge the things that are there, but it doesn't mean that you have to focus on them, right? You can change where your focus lies. Just because things are going on, of course, it's all that energy, right? And you can be aware of it, but if that's not where you're going, then where is your focus? So a game changer for me in my life that perhaps can help you is that I realized that everything in life was a choice. That actually I could not hold a positive thought and a negative thought in my mind at the same time. You know, that was a game changer for me, to realize that only one could occupy this space. So that was a choice. I was like, okay, wow, let me try it. Okay, can I hold a positive and a negative thought at the same time? I can't. So it truly became a choice for me to figure out which one did I want to hold, which energy did I want to carry in my mind and in my body, and thus carrying that energy into the world. So understanding within yourself that it is a choice, that the greatest weapon against stress, against frustration, against trials and everything that happens, some people think it happens to you. I feel like it happens for you, to exercise your ability of transmutation, to exercise that power of being able to change whatever comes through you and make it into a new form. We talk about wonderful power of transmutation, that grapes being crushed, diamonds being formed under pressure. That's why I have that diamond in the title, the power of transmutation, because it takes tremendous pressure to turn into that diamond, right? A lot of times we receive pressure from life, pressure from struggles, pressure from seemingly, outside forces. But what is that doing for you? It's bringing the diamond out. Can you see that who you are when you come out on the other side triumphant? When you are no longer a victim, when you come out victorious, it's brought the diamond out of you. Something is changed within you. They say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So being able to, even when life puts that pressure on you, to be grateful enough to understand that, there's something I'm learning here. Not why is this happening to me, but what is this teaching me? How can I come out of this better than whence I came in? Olives are pressed to release that oil, pressing, on that olive. Seeds grow in darkness. We dread change sometimes, but in order to get to where we're going, sometimes like a seed, in order to sprout and grow to a lovely, plant or flower blossoming and blooming, it has to go underneath the soil in a period of darkness. Transmutation, transmute that energy into what it comes out, going through that process that we go through. So whenever you feel crushed, whenever you feel under pressure, whenever you feel pressed, or whenever you feel in darkness, like you don't see any light around you, understand you are in a powerful place of transformation and transmutation. Trust the process, my friend. I remember, watching an episode on Avatar, The Legend of Korra, and she felt like she was blocked from her ancestors, from the ancient ones that came before, Avatar Aang and Kyoshi and Roku and all these beings, right? And then in her lowest moment, she was in the best position for the greatest change. And Aang showed himself and he was like, boom, here you go. You already got the power. You never lost the power. It was only your belief in your mind that you had lost it that was blocking it from you. So trust the process and trust your power to transmute the energy that comes your way. It's happening for you, There's also transmutation when it comes to self-discipline, and how self-discipline, like we have Paramahansa Yogananda, Autobiography of a Yogi, talking about how discipline can be necessary to transmute material desires into spiritual aspirations. One of my best friends, shout out to Andrew, he gave me something that I will forever treasure. And he told me this while I was in California, because I had brought, I'd left all these video games and all these possessions, but I had taken with me boxes and boxes of books and clothes and all these material possessions and articles and things that I never even touched when I got to California. And he gave me such a golden nugget. He said, bro, just try this, right? Because he lives in his car by choice. People think he's homeless, but he just chooses to go where he may. And he's free. To me, he's liberated. He told me, put all these possessions in a box, right? And put that box, scoot it to a corner in your house, in your dwellings. And if after 1 month, if you don't go to that box for anything, give it away. Give it away. It was so simple. And I tried it out. I did it. And I put a box of things in the corner. I didn't touch it. After 2 months, I was like, wow. And then I just gave it away. And you cannot imagine the energy that came my way when I started to let things go. It actually became pretty addictive. I started to look around and say, okay, what else can I let go? What else can I lose in here? What else can, because the energy is not really lost. It's just transmuted. It transforms into another form. So I started to find things. Okay, I'm not reading these books. I'm not watching these movies. I'm not even wearing these clothes. What can I give away? So I came back home. I took a whole box full of video games, gave it away. I took a whole closet full of clothes, donated. I took all these shelves and dresser drawers with pants and articles of clothing that I wasn't wearing, gave them away. And I've received so many more opportunities, so many more friendships, relationships, events, situations that I could not have accounted for in my life due to that energy having the space to transmute. So where in your life can you transmute energy when it comes to having self-discipline that can transmute even the material goods or desires into those spiritual aspirations for you? You know, when something is given, something is taken. When something is taken away, something is also given back. And lastly, becoming an alchemist, transmuting base metal into gold, suffering into consciousness, and disaster into enlightenment, says Eckhart Tolle. So thank you so much for being, and I appreciate you receiving this message. Just a word of encouragement about this wonderful law of perpetual transmutation. And where can you find this in your life, where perhaps you've been holding on to something that could be holding you back from everything that is seeking you. It's coming, trying to find its way to you. You know, whatever you're looking for is looking for you too. Whatever you're seeking is seeking you too. But sometimes we might block this energy from coming to us when we are afraid to transmute. And the situations that happen to us, are they actually happening for us? Is the pain that you are going under, will that give you the gain of tomorrow, the pain of today? You know, is the pressure that you're receiving turning you into a diamond, sculpting you, chipping away at everything that you are not to transmute you into the wonderful work of art that you are becoming, you know, the uncarved block that you are. So start to look at things in life a little differently, and shifting your perspective will shift all these things in your outer reality. But when you transmute things that come into your inner reality, what a wonderful change it is. That no one can have an effect on you that will cause you to be angry, that will cause you to be hurt, that will cause you to be in pain, that will cause you to be jealous, that will cause you to be envious, that will cause you to be in turmoil, in agony or peril, or even perish. But it is your power over your mind, over the reframing the thought of that energy coming your way, and knowing that you can change it into whatever you wish. You have the power of transmutation. Let no one let you know, or let no one tell you that you are fated to any fate but what you make. It is within you, my friend. You've always had the power. It is never left. Embrace it. Embrace it today. So thank you for joining. We have here, thank you for joining here. Nikita, appreciate you. V. Dawn said, I'm fasting. Thank you for your words of wisdom. Much love, my friend. Hey, and congrats on your fast. Sending you good energy for your fast and your journey. What kind of a fast is it? Is it a liquid fast, a water fast, or just fasting from, technology even? That's another form of fasting, Whenever something is taken away, something is given. And there were times where I would go for like 60 days away from technology, doing an e-fast, an electronic fast, or, just stepping away from social media. And I found that I had so much more silence and solace and solitude, inspiration from isolation. And I was able to find that power of transmutation within myself to really find myself again. And my friend, when you have found yourself, don't let go. Don't let go, okay? So thank you so much. Hey, Nazare. Hey, Nadia. Thank you for joining. Reggie, what's happening, brother? It's been a while. Awesome. Nadia says, talking fast are my favorite. Yeah, that might be a new talk that we discuss, later on next week too. And thank you for bringing that in. Nadia definitely knows and understands the power of fasting, the power of transmutation in that way as well. Letting go of something for a time in order to let something else in, shedding something that is no longer needed, no longer necessary, in order to upgrade yourself in a way, upgrade your software, upgrade your hardware, doing that work, turning that coal into diamond. So much love, my friend. Thank you so much for being. Thank you for listening. Thank you for, you know, sharing this time with me, because we're sharing this time with each other. We're creating the space. Just like we create the space in our lives internally to see the space created externally for everything that is coming to you. Let go to let in, my friend. Lighten up to let more light in the vessel, more light in the body, and more love into your life. So let people feel it. Yes, Trevor. Namaste. Namaste, brother. Peace and blessings to you. I bow to the divinity in you. And Nadia says, allowing yourself to learn how to control so then you can use at your own will instead of being controlled by what's outside you. Exactly. Ashe, ashe. Yes, and so it is. Wonderful. You have the power. The power is yours, my friend. Take care. Much love and enjoy your special day. And you can make it so. Don't ever feel like you don't have to be happy, or, you know, don't wait for the day to make you happy. You make the day happy, right? You decide. You have that power to decide what meaning you place on the things that happen to you. So many times, you know, I felt like, oh, how can I overcome this pain? Well, do you have to label it pain? How can I overcome this agony? Who said it was agony? I said that. And since you have the power to label and reframe what you choose, you have the power to claim what you choose. So claim your power back and keep your power, my friend. Take care.